Hey Brats, it's Breeze and Samtrey, and we are back again for an episode of Brat Chat with Fyre Byrd. You send us in topics and we discuss them.
If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you join the Bratty family Facebook group where you can talk to the other brats.
This week is our final episode for this season, and we talk about our songwriting process. This was actually quite fun.
We're actually serious in this episode. There is no joking around. It's serious business.
We hope you enjoy it. Okay. Topics for this week. Songwriting process?
Yeah,
How do you say words?
Song.
Writing
No,
process.
sorry. Song. We're writing.
Okay, and routines to being creative.
Yeah.
Like, so any like routines we get going on.
Yeah.
These
I
are
like that.
interesting topics. I like it.
Me too.
The thing is I don't know them very well.
Well,
Because they seem to change all the time
Yeah.
for me.
me too.
Yeah. Wow,
Oh my
same.
gosh, me
Are
too.
we twins?
We're Romeo and Michelle. Me too.
Okay, so songwriting process.
What's yours?
Well, I don't know. Mine changes. Mine is either like I'll write tons of stuff, which actually this is the one constant when it comes to writing songs is I'll always write in bulk. So I'll never write like one song and then the next day still be working on that song. It'll always be like 5 or 6 songs and then it'll be like quiet for like a year.
Or a year?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm gathering information. Getting that AI brain going. Collecting the data. No way. Maybe. Well, that's how I kind of think of it. Like you are going through life, whatever. Things are happening. You're learning new things. You're meeting new people.
Yeah.
And then you hit the threshold and then go and write.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's kind of my process.
Do you kind of, when you're about to write, I know you've got like a morning routine, but like,
Yeah.
do you have
I'm one of those
one?
people.
Yeah. Do you have one that's like sort of as you're about, like just say we're about to go into record.
Yeah.
So we're about to go in and get real creative. Do you have like a routine to sort of get yourself ready for that, like mentally? Because it's a very mental thing.
well,
You've got to be in the right headspace. And
I know
stuff.
you know it, but
I
you're
know
just
it.
asking for the
I'm
sake
asking
of
you for the
conversation.
sake of the
Yeah.
Brat Chat
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, you know that I like to not listen to music.
Yep, which is very hard for me
Yeah.
because I like to listen to music.
Yep. I like to like clear the brain of anything that you could sort of take from, if that makes sense. So then like you're feeling like you're actually creating something from you, not like
Yep.
that, I've made this hook or something, but then you realize it's just a hook from a song that you've heard
Yeah.
maybe a
or
few
then-
times that week, or
Yep.
so I like to like clear the mind of any songs or whatever, sounds, arrangements.
Right.
But yeah. But then once you're in there, you're like more focusing in on the song anyway. You're not really.
Yeah, you don't
But
think
it's
about
more
other
just
stuff.
like a weird thing. Like, I don't want to create a sound.
You just don't. It's like
I've
that
heard from a
fear
song
of
recently.
fear of like plagiarism or like being told. Because you know what the worst thing as a songwriter is? Like you play someone a song and they go, "Oh, that sounds like this," and then in my head I just go, "Oh, great! I can't ever like this
Yeah,
song's
now I
going
can't-
down the
Yeah, I
toilet."
can't create my own thing because it sounds like something else.
Oh.
But I think that's a thing. Like you hear it a lot in music. Someone might do something cool, like produce something cool, like a sound or a way they're producing beats. And then you'll hear like 10 more songs like it.
Yeah.
And then you'll feel like that's the only thing being created. And that's what I think I want to avoid and like not bring that into, my part of the Firebird sound.
Yep.
So, mainly like comes to drums, but even just like ideas when we're all, because, like drums doesn't take long.
No, you take like 2 days. That's it.
And then, the rest of the time you're sitting there. It's not like I like go home or anything.
Yeah.
I still, yeah, see you guys.
Sorry, actually, you can't be in here.
Yeah, you come in here.
You've
you don't
done
know how
your
to play
job.
guitar.
Get out.
But what about you? What do you do?
Songwriting process?
Yeah, or like a routine before we
Like a
record
routine.
or whatever.
Kind of like coffee is a big part of both of like my life.
Yeah, no, we actually wanted to make one.
Yeah, the coffee
machine's always
machine. It's just playing up a little bit.
That's probably why I can't say words.
Yeah, that's why I'm yawning. It's like I'm just so tired. Even though, yeah, I won't get into coffee. I mean, we could, but I won't. But coffee is a huge part of my life. So in turn, it's a huge part of like my process. I'll always, you know what? I've actually thinking about it. Whenever I've written a song, I've always got like a cup of coffee next to me or in the room.
That's true. That does definitely get some sort of motivation. Do you find rainy days as well?
I was gonna say the opposite. Sunny days is my like. I feel like I could write a song.
Mine's whenever it's really like dark clouds and it's a little bit windy. It's kind of like now I'm in the mood to write something. If it rains, it's like game over. I'm writing something.
I've written cool songs like in those. It depends if my mood matches the weather.
True.
But yeah, I guess I did go through a phase where I just wrote a whole bunch of lyrics.
Yep.
In my songbook.
No
it's the
guitar
only
whatever.
I didn't have any instrument.
I've been doing that recently.
It's really cool. Like that kind of I'm kind of writing like I was kind of writing poems in it, or they were just like stories as well. Actually, I just wrote a whole heap of emotions, and then some of them were good, and then some of them were like, I don't want anyone to know this part of me.
Rip out the page.
I'll just rip out these bits that make me cringe. But yeah, like because usually I'll have a guitar because it's like kind of like that's my main instrument.
Do you write different on different instruments?
Yeah, I was about to say like it's really fun to write on keyboards.
Keyboards, I'm not a fan of. I like more pianos.
Oh, okay. See, I like finding like because just new stuff for me is just exciting. Yeah. So like, actually, when we met Pink Fame for the first time and like we were hanging out, and then he was showing me his like Ableton stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was going through some of the synth sounds on that, and I was just like having a field day. It was so much fun.
Well, this room as well. This is where
even in here, yeah,
we write all our production stuff.
We do all our tracks.
This keyboard here, like there's tons of sounds on it, and we have so much fun.
Yeah.
Creating a bunch of different stuff.
And you just sort of like it takes you out of what your genre is supposed to sound like, and you just add a different element.
That's the thing.
That was our our thing in the studio.
Like you want to be creative, but for some reason there's like these barriers and rules on like what you can and can't do. Like, oh, you're in a rock band, so you have to have, amp sounds. Yeah. And you have to have, these kinds of arrangements.
And you got to have this many people.
Yeah, you got to have this many people. You can't have chick drummers. What the heck's that? No, but it's like...
And you absolutely 100%
but it's in every
have
genre,
to have a bass player.
It's in so many genres. Like you hear it in like the popular genres. It's like that vocal sound where they manipulate it to be really high.
Yeah.
It's in so much music.
Yeah.
And like the hi-hats where it's like...
Yeah. The hat patterns were a like
that's in
thing.
hip hop, and now it's kind of like
It's coming into pop,
into like more the like whatever mainstream music is. But then like you even listen to jazz music and even classical music, they all sound the same. Like you sound the same, and I think it's because you use the same instruments, and you don't experiment with them. You just kind of like rock up with your guitar and just plug it into like an amp and be like, oh, that's a cool sound, instead of like going, how can we just make this sound
Yeah, that
weird?
was something like Uncle Balby. Uncle Balby sort of like sparked that. I know for both of us. He sort of sparked that, like, I think it was always in us, but he kind of like...
He activated
gave us,
for sure.
Activated. I was going to say like gave us
because I remember for a while I was like, I don't know about your sounds, man. Like, can you make them sound weirder?
Yeah, but I didn't understand what you were saying either.
I didn't even understand
I was like, you're a drummer. What do you know?
But I'm not just a drummer.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, and then we worked with Uncle Balby on these songs, and it just like our motto in that studio was just like, which is the same for our stage, is just like walk in, f it up, leave. Yeah, like
that was the attitude. Because it's almost like don't overthink it. Just have fun in that moment.
And then
something.
it was also a thing of like, what would this kind of song, like, what would you want it to do? That's what we're not gonna do.
Exactly.
Like how.
This
Another
is where
thing
you
we
feel
said is,
it would go because we like you listen to so much music. Like that's why I don't listen to it before you go in, because then you start getting familiar with here's a way it goes instead of like how do you want it to go.
Yeah, one thing I learnt with Uncle Balby was like go where the song tells you to go. And when he first said that, I was like, that's this
weird.
guy is kooky.
I was like, I like this guy even more.
I was like, that is like the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
But we understood it.
And then I understood it, and I was like, oh.
That was like the best 2 weeks.
It was awesome.
It was the best 2 weeks. I knew we were going to learn like so much.
And we did, yeah. For sure.
So I was like, I remember we were like, all right, be a sponge.
Yeah.
I remember that. We would just be a sponge, just like go in there. And like, I think that's what sometimes doesn't get highlighted when it comes to like these sorts of questions. Is like, what's your songwriting process? Or like, what do you do to even like write songs? And I've always found like Tom Petty actually said it. He's like, don't know. Because it's like, once you do know, it kind of takes the magic out of it. You know, like you go to a songwriting course and you like learn how to arrange a song. It's kind of almost like, why are you limiting yourself, man?
Yeah,
like, just pick up your guitar.
You're just giving yourself
pick up your instrument
to follow. Yeah,
just play and just write and just create. Like there's no rules to it. That's the thing. But the thing is, you can't make money from no rules. You know what I mean? Like all these people that do these courses and all this sort of stuff. Or like,
I think those courses are good because but the way you've got to go into it is like, I'm going to learn some new things. Not, I'm going to learn how you have to do something.
Learn some new things.
I'm going to learn some new things.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Like,
but do you feel like sometimes people just want to be told what to do, but they're not really willing to put in the work?
Yeah, and I think there's types of people that are just half of that and just the other half of that too.
Like they don't want to put in hard work.
Did that make sense? There are people that just want to be told what to do, and then there are...
And they won't do anything about it.
Yeah. Or they can't do anything unless they're told what to do.
Yeah. I think it's just create. Like don't think about it. Just create something.
Yeah.
And then back yourself when you do put it out, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure on some of our recordings the guitar's out of tune. Or you played a wrong chord and we kept it in there.
Yeah,
or
probably.
Did we take it out? I can't.
No. It's still there.
I actually don't
it's still
know.
there.
That's a conspiracy. I don't know because I think, we didn't change it for ages because we were just working on it. So now
it's still there.
I don't know if it's there.
It is,
or if it's just my brain hearing it.
No, it's still there.
Okay.
But even like that, those 2 weeks is something that has now like come into the live show.
Yes.
Like I figured out, to make those sounds live, and then now we're always texting Uncle Balby videos of like, hey, look what I figured out. Look what I figured out we can do now.
Do
like,
you think
check
we've
this
gotten
out.
ourselves into something where it's like now this is what's expected all the time?
People expect us to trash shit all the time.
Yeah, which I'm worried about. Because how long could you do that till it's sort of like, nah?
Yeah, but if people like it...
But I think if collectively as us and the Brats, we all went, you know what? We're kind of over this guitar smashing. Can we like maybe trash a drum kit?
Well, I think we should just be doing that together anyway.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The thing is...
And then collectively after that, we're like, hey, we've kind of grown out of this. Can we maybe like abuse people? No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say like we just like walk onto stage and we just like very carefully put our instruments back in the cases at the end of the set.
we go the like complete opposite.
Yeah.
And then start like calling everyone else disrespectful.
You know what's the word? This is kind of going off of this, but like the worst thing.
As expected.
The most annoying thing, and I heard it today, that's why it's kind of in my head. It's like, it's been done before.
Oh, what hasn't?
And then I turn around to this person.
I put this to you.
I turn around to this person.
Arms and legs have been done before.
I said to them, because they were like, because I was just talking about it. Well, we were both talking about it. I didn't just walk up to someone and be like, hey, my band, we break instruments. We were talking about it.
I feel like you do that.
No, I don't. I
said
promise.
I said it again.
I promise I don't do that. But like, we were talking about it, and he just goes to me and I'm like, yeah, and you know what? Like a lot of bands don't really do that. And he goes, well, that's because not everyone has the funds.
The explanation.
No, that's because not everyone has the funds to do it. And I'm like, hey man, I work part time at Costco. Do you think I've got the funds to do that? And then
exposed.
And then he said, well, it's been done before. And I
did that. He put his hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, he's like,
Oh
now,
my
like, I'm not
gosh.
like this guy. Actually, like, I talk to him at work a lot, and we have great conversation.
So
I
he was
I
just
like
mucking
him.
around with you.
He knows what triggers me a little bit, and he's
Got
like,
it.
he's having
Okay,
fun
he
with
was
it.
doing it sarcastically.
Yes and no. The hand thing was probably sarcastic,
Got
but
it.
what he was saying, he was serious. He's like, it's been done before, and
So he's working at Costco, man.
I left, and then I came back, and I said,
Can
you know
imagine?
what? Because I didn't shoot
hang
back
on,
straight
pause
away.
Conversation.
Okay.
Could you imagine putting this in any other industry?
Yes.
Like to a dentist?
Hey
Working
man,
on
fixing teeth has been done before.
Fixing teeth has been done before.
You should just knock them out.
Hey man, lawyer. You know, like putting people in jail.
Winning done
cases
before.
has been done before.
Lying to win cases.
Okay, any brat who's still in school right now, put your hand up and be like, teacher, teaching things has been done before. And you see what happens.
You should stop.
But for some reason, people, here's like, goes back to that episode with, about like,
Oh yeah, the
pet
people
hates,
like
these weird
yeah.
expectations. But then these people that have never done music before in their life.
These experts.
They're experts. And then they want to turn around and tell you how to do something.
Yeah, well, being
It
bratty.
ties into what we were saying, you know, like don't put up, you know, these barriers and borders and make these kind of weird rules where it's like, I thought there were no rules to creating. That's why people like creating.
Yeah, and I kind of I came back after 5 minutes because I didn't want to shoot back straight away. I want to like know what I'm gonna say, and I just said, you know what else has been done before?
Everything.
I just went and named like 5-man rock bands, and they all have long hair and
Yeah,
beards.
I bet you his top 5 favorite bands all sound the same.
And then I said, and you know what else has been done before? Those like punky 3-pieces.
Yeah, true.
And you know what else has been done before?
What about those alt rock bands with the female fronted singer, but everyone else in the band's a dude?
Yeah, that's
Tons
been
of
done
them.
heaps of times. You know what else has been done before? Like clean strats and emotions. That's done so much.
Whiny white guys
Yeah.
with record deals.
You know what else has been done? Sick beats and disrespecting women.
You know what else has been done? Mumble rap.
Mumble rap. That's new, but then it was just like
Ooh,
overkill.
Pop singers. That's been done before.
Yeah.
Female pop singers
Yeah,
shaking their butt.
good looking female pop singers
Ooh.
with good
you know what
or
else
average
has been
voices.
done before?
What?
Videos where everyone's at a pool party and there's someone's big boobs in a bikini swishing around in a camera.
And then yeah.
Hey,
And
let's
then,
name more things that's been done before.
breathing.
Breathing has been done before.
We should all stop that.
Hey, do you know what else has been done before? The Red Hot Chili Peppers and every other band after that.
Yeah.
Like, what is I don't understand where like the mentality comes from when someone goes, it's been done before.
Yeah. I mean,
don't know where they're coming from with that.
because
Look at every band in the 60s,
The
right?
thing is, like, that argument's annoying because nothing's
It's
original.
not an argument.
Yeah.
It's just a throwaway thing that doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
just
Well, it's just stupid. And you know what? I'm
Ooh,
gonna break more
three-piece
guitars
rock
now.
bands. All dudes, long hair and beards.
Yeah, that's like exactly
Done
the same as
before.
the 5-piece and
Yeah.
the 4-piece.
They maybe just got rid of a guitarist and the singer maybe doesn't play an instrument.
Yeah. Jeez. Get original.
Yeah, like the singer might be like, I sing now, and Johnny, we don't need you anymore.
Whoa.
So now they're a 4-piece rock band with guys that wear T-shirts and Vans and black jeans. And those cuffs. And they got beards and long hair like Dave Grohl. Done before. But how dare you, Firebird, have a chick on the drums and a wacky dude at the front and no bass player? How
And do you
dare
know what? The Who used to break instruments.
Dude, I love The Who. The Who is
They've
like...
done it.
I feel like The Who... Because it's kind of like a band we haven't like listened a lot, but we've watched a few of their live stuff.
Love them.
And
Love them.
I love the fact that Keith Moon didn't want a hi-hat.
Oh, that's like my favorite drum setup of all time.
He's
If you were to
like-
ask me, Samtro, what's your favorite drum setup? And I'd be
hi-hat.
like, crash, 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 crash,
So
toms.
this went from songwriting process to ranting about things that have been done before.
But I mean, like, it's,
it all ties in.
It ties in.
Here's the thing. What's your songwriting process? Whatever we want it to be. What should your songwriting process be?
Whatever you
you want to be. I always kind of feel like it's like whatever's working for you. So like you were saying, writing lyrics,
Which is,
or maybe
I think,
picking up a different instrument.
changing it up
Yeah.
works for me.
That's actually
Because
funny.
I don't like being
That's funny
comfortable.
that you're going back to lyrics, because that's what I've been doing lately. Probably
Well, I
this
did
year.
that. That's what I was like. I was an example of like, that's something I had done like a year ago. I was doing that, and now I'm kind of blocked right now.
I've been doing that past year, just writing down stuff.
I'm at the moment. I really like doing that though, because you just like kind of pull it. Because usually I would be like, if I'm starting a song, I'm finishing the song.
Well, I feel like
What was cool about that was like you're starting with There you go, brats. Told you, it was super serious. That was episode 8, the final episode of Brat Chat so far. We actually need you to send in some more topics for us to talk about if you want to keep this going.
So, head over to our Facebook page and join the Bratty family group. You'll actually love the whole family. We have a lot of fun. Mainly it's paying out Samtray.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you next time on Brat Chat. Peace, love, and be bratty. Bye.
Bye.